Holden tell us that the Colorado is their best-selling passenger car. So I'm happy we're behind the wheel of the Colorado Z71 because I'm hoping it's going to convert me into a ute lover. I've got to say, when I first jumped into it, I thought, yay, it's a manual transmission. I always favour manuals over automatics. And then I started driving around town. I thought, oh gosh, maybe the auto would be the better option because, you know, you're constantly rowing that gear lever through the gearbox to make progress. And I was thinking, oh no, this is going to be a bit hard yakka. But having driven it now for 3 or 4 days, I really get it. You know, I do get the appeal. The high seating position, that's nice. I get a nice view. It's good on the open road. It's quiet. Not much wind noise, not much tyre noise from those big chunky treated tyres. And yeah, it does make you feel kind of tough. It's 2 tons essentially, so it's not an insubstantial amount of weight. 147 kilowatts is the peak power from the 2.8 litre diesel, 4-cylinder diesel. And this, more importantly, the peak torque in this manual version is 440 Newton meters, but in the auto it's 500 Newton meters, and that's class leading. That's right up there. It's better than Ranger, it's better than Hilux, and it's better than Navara in peak torque. And it equals Ranger for the 3,500 kilogram braked towing rating as well. So it's got the pedigree to do the grunty work for you. It's only got leaf spring rear suspension, and historically that's meant a pretty jiggly ride, particularly when there's not enough load in the back. Now I've been driving out in the open road here and around town, just myself, just one up, no payload at all, and it's pretty good. I'm really surprised. I thought that I'd be, you know, jiggling all over the place. It would felt skippy and just kind of unstuck at the back, but it doesn't feel that way at all. There's certainly seating for 5, and it's good seating too. It's leather. They're not particularly great form-fitting seats, but they're a nice midway point between the comfort that you might expect in a large car and the utility you expect out of a work vehicle. The rear seat has a good rake to the back of it, and it's not like those old utes of yesteryear where you used to sit up straight like that in the back seat. It's got the proper rake that you'd expect in a passenger car, and it's got great legroom, even with the seat back a reasonable way for the driver and front seat passenger. Lots of legroom in the rear. The dash is good. It's very nicely laid out and clear, but this black piano finish lacquered housing around the Mileg system is going to be just a magnet for sawdust, you know. Although I don't know how close to sawdust this particular high-spec Z71 version would ever come. It's a big bastard. It's really big. It's 5.3 meters long, pretty much, and my garage is a good-sized garage, but it nearly gagged. It's got a rear view camera and it's got parking sensors, but still, they can't make the vehicle any smaller. It's odd, but the least fun part I've found with the Colorado is the ute. I know a big part of the attraction of these vehicles is that you can carry so much stuff around with you and build things and make things, but I don't need to do that. I just need to carry camera gear, briefcases, shopping, school bags, and the usual stuff that a family person might have to carry. And for that, the ute tray is actually a bit of a pain. A, it's not connected to the central locking on the vehicle, so when you hop out and you beep, beep, the other 4 doors, the tray remains unlocked unless you manually lock it with the key. And B, it's just too big and vast. I did the grocery shopping the other day, came back to put the groceries in the back of the car, and I had to really think about how I was going to try and secure them all in there. You know, it's just a big space where things can roll around, and I didn't want to get home to find I'd made myself some sort of primordial soup out of all the ingredients that had splintered and unwrapped themselves and got mixed up. So I ended up putting the groceries in the passenger compartment in the back here, which was okay because I was by myself. But if I've got passengers, where's everybody supposed to put everything? Now this Z71 variant of the Colorado just looks great. Holden has done a fantastic job. In this orange colour scheme that I've got here, which is called Orange Rock, the black accents on the door handles and the wheels and the roof rails and the tonneau cover just make the thing look great. It has an integrated nudge bar on the front, and it has this body coloured, what they call a sail plane, and to my eye that really helps the vehicle look horny. I've had a lot of people approach me while I've had this vehicle and saying, oh, nice looking truck and all that sort of thing, and they're dead right. I mean, look at it. It's got that slightly tail up stance, which helps it look a bit more aggressive, and yeah, it's got some presence on the road for sure. So Holden's done a top job on that. I don't know if it's quite as good looking still as the Ford Ranger, which has got to be the poster boy of the current Ute crop, because it's got a bit more of an angular kind of stance and a bit more of a, you know, chiseled jawline. But certainly this Z71 with the black bonnet decals and that sail plane and the black wheels, it just really looks the nuts. It just looks great. So could I live with the Colorado Z71? Yeah, I think I could. I would need to continue to adapt to the way I drive and my expectations about how nimble and fleet of foot a car has to be. It would probably help me relax a lot more. What the f is going on here? Come on, you f. It hasn't got a very manly horn, this. It's quite car-like. Sorry to use that phrase, but yes, it is quite car-like with its heated seats, its leather seats, its climate air conditioning. It does serve a family well because the accommodation in the rear seat particularly is just as good as the majority of larger station wagons. So I've recognised part of the appeal of this vehicle. In a strange way, it kind of makes me feel manly. You know, manly.